What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts and I watched Predator, Killer of Killers with the tagline hunt the enemy before they hunt you. This was an animated version of the movie Predator, and yeah, I liked it. It was a good one. Yeah. Let's just start with this movie, shall we? We're in space and we see a Predator ship, coming closer, and it flies by. We see first the front and then flies by, and then we see the back, and we see that it's flying towards Earth. And it's apparently not present day Earth. No, it's 841 AD. We're early there. Not BC, but still we're early there. We're underwater and we see a boat coming closer. It's a Viking ship, and we see it's a bit foggy, and we see it coming out of the fog, and we see a boat also on the right, also coming out of the fog, and apparently there's also one on the left, but we didn't see that one in the first shot. We see it coming closer, and the camera goes closer, and we fly a bit over the ship, not above the ship, but more over the ship, and we hear some people, say some things on the ship, and at the back we see two people. I thought it were two men, but apparently it's a woman and her son. The son talks to her, and that's basically where I'm gonna leave it. So if you want to know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Yeah. She had a kind of a flashback when she told her son what happened to his grandfather, her father, and there was a guy named Soren, and he gave her father two options: or she dies with you, or you die by her hands. So he chose to die by her hand. So he gave her a knife, and put it on her. And then he said, "Avenge me! Avenge me!" Yep, like Willem Dafoe. I immediately got that reference. That has to be a reference to Spider-Man. I don't know which one it was, Spider-Man 2 or maybe 3 from the original. The first live action Spider-Man, with Tobey Maguire. It might have been the second one. I don't know anymore for sure, but I definitely know it from Spider-Man. Somewhere. Oh yeah. There was a scene of her then, the woman, growing up, she was storming the a fortress where Sauron was, and that looked pretty cool. And she used shields as weapons, around shield, but then with a guard part where you can cut your opponents with. I think that the Predator got that from her. Because there's a big chance that they got from her, because in the last movie, when they were in 1790, that Predator had a shield as a weapon. So there is a chance. Well, there's a big chance actually, because well, at the end of the movie, we saw that the woman was preserved because she stayed behind while the while the other two escaped, which I'm gonna talk a bit about later. And we saw her then at the end on ice, and they were rolling her, where all the other preserves are, and they, came past somebody, and the camera, zoomed in on her, and that was, the woman from the last movie, the main character that we see on the poster from Prey. That's her. She's preserved there. The predators got her. The strongest warrior, and she was, the strongest warrior of. She was probably the strongest warrior because she killed a predator. All those people there probably had killed a predator, so that's why they are there on ice, I think. But yes, I said others escaped because there were two others. One was a ninja in feudal Japan, early Japan, when there was still samurai and ninjas. Or maybe there's still ninjas, who knows. But the predator that she had to fight, he was beefed, he was big, like Schwarzenegger, bodybuilder Schwarzenegger big, like Hulk big, it was not the humanoid predator that we saw, like in the first movie or in the second one, but it was more, big beef. We get the background, of all three of the people. We had, I think, we had Ursa, that was the woman. We had Kenji or Kiyoshi, one or the other, and Taurus. Taurus is a World War II pilot, and he also killed a predator, and also the ship with the ship with the predator. But like I said, Taurus is from 1941. Now, around that time, around the 40s. But Ursa, she is from 841 AD. But they both, plus the ninja from Japan, that's probably somewhere in between. I didn't got, well, they probably said the year, but I probably just looked away at that second. They got all three over the years. So, did they preserve them and then, put the color on a photo? But because how else do you have those three people over the years, and then all three just the same age as that we saw them, in the background story, that same age, in the same room, all three of them. So, and they probably have to preserve them, I think. Who knows? But they had to fight each other in the arena, but obviously they can't speak each other's language. Taurus speaks English because he's from Florida. Kenji or Kyoshi, it's Japanese. And then we have Ursa, who's a Viking. So she's probably speaking some Nordic language. So they can't really communicate through language. Well, except for Taurus, because he can speak some words of Japanese. But they can't communicate really with Ursa. But they had to fight each other, and the winner of those 3 can get to fight, you know, the big ass predator. But you know, they escaped. So if you want to know how they escaped and how it all went through the movie, go watch the movie yourself. It's a good movie, so I give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, good movie. Watch the movie yourself. The movie went on smooth, you know. It took 45 minutes of background, and then the last 45 minutes, just movie. Yeah, enjoyable movie. Leave likes, recommend good. Recommend a good Predator related movie down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my second channel Underdog Eats where I do food drinks every week, also time hot sauce and alcohol. Or my third channel Underdog Reacts where I do primarily music. Link down below in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.